Hello, and welcome to Pet Mental Funny Bone. We're going to start off today with the pet corner.
Pets are great for your mental health.
Look, if you're on the YouTubes, I'm holding Rose, who's now struggling to get away.
Mhm, mhm.
And Sarah has a Macho, the wonder dog, who's on a lot of medication. All right, I can't hold her anymore. She's gone. She's out.
Macho, you wanna sit down? Okay, here. Go ahead,
He's
sit
such a
down.
good doggy. She'll be back in 5 minutes, and then
Yeah,
she'll just, the only thing you'll see is her tail
yeah.
wandering across the screen. Hey, welcome to the Mental Funny Bone. This is a semi-weekly podcast where
Weekly-ish, whatever.
weekly-ish, where we talk about mental health and we try to examine how to tackle some of our mental health issues. We are not mental health professionals, but the only thing that we have been consistent about is keeping links to places where you can find mental health experts in our show notes. We
And that's
talk about the show notes a lot, and
what
I
we
still
kn
to this day, I'm not quite clear on how to put things in them.
So if you hear us say there's a link in the show notes, there's probably not, and you should probably
What
just Google whatever the fuck we were talking about.
what there is this thing called Google, and you can find it. But
Yeah,
I mean, I think it shows our dedication to mental health resources that we actually found them and actually figured out where the show notes were. And just in case you are wondering where Rose went, it's right it's
there
right
she
there.
is. There she is. Macho's
She's
still on
laying
my lap.
between the keyboard and my computer, which means she's covering up all the little icons at the bottom so I can't see what's happening.
Macho was trying to lick his wiener. He was trying to get in a position on my lap where he could lick his wiener. He gave up. It's fine,
He's
buddy.
gonna go
It's
do
okay.
that in private now.
Yeah, you should save that for later. I have lots of things to talk about, so
Hold on, I made an outline. I made an outline with headers that should feel familiar to people. Okay, fan mail. Here's the thing. We got limited mail, but this week because
did you
I
check
think
the
maybe
mail?
I did. Well, I checked it yesterday when I was like, "Oh, we got to record. I better look and see if there's any fan mail for me to talk about." We are getting a lot of AI generated requests to be
Yeah,
on to interact with other people, and
yeah.
it's wild because
Mhm,
the AI generated requests say pretty much the same thing. Like,
mhm.
"Oh, I found your last episode funny and touching and your vulnerability." I was like,
Yeah,
you can't just take the description of our podcast, turn it into an email and expect me to respond." Although I have to say, still, every time I open the email and there is not a obvious subscription email in there, I get a little excited.
yeah, I
So
mean
if you guys want to make my day, gastergirls@gmail.com, Gaster.
mhm,
Girls is with an S, not a Z, because we're not
yeah.
cool, just an S. Just spell it, just
Why
spell.
would it why would it be with a Z?
I think that was like a millennial thing to spell things with a Z, like the generation after
I
us,
still
maybe.
get
Was it
confused about
us?
the generation names. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
sure who's
the
who.
one between Becca and us.
I get so confused. It's like the centuries and
Right.
geography.
It's
What
like the
fucking century are we in? Because it doesn't fucking make whatever it is, it doesn't fucking make sense to me.
where did I have to get advice on what geography, like where is that? I'm sorry. My UK geography, those words came out of my mouth.
Yeah, I don't yeah,
Anyway,
that
back to
is
the
a
point, back to the point.
geography.
Sticking to
Okay,
the
okay.
we did get a quick note from Jackie Faircloth.
Yeah,
Jackie and Sarah and I are going to be doing some fun stuff here in
mhm.
the next well, I mean, I say fun, but we're going to be doing some interesting, important, feel good for us
Yeah.
stuff.
I think we could say what we're gonna do, right?
What if something happens and we don't end up doing it?
Then we'll tell them that something happened and we didn't do it. I don't know. Can you explain geography to me while I explain to you how these things work? The fuck?
I'm like, "Oh, I don't wanna commit to it. I don't wanna commit to it. I don't want people to know
You're the
I'm
one that
doing it."
committed to it pretty fucking quick.
I did. I was like, "Yes, I would love it. I want to."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We could talk about the psychology of that. Well, okay. Here's the thing: the Jackie from March 4th and the two of us from the Mental Funny Bone are going back to our old high school, the Elizabeth Forward High School,
Mhm.
and we're
Home of the
gonna
Warriors.
right. Do we still have the? Do we still have them? I don't know if it's problematic.
I think
I
it's
don't know.
still that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
still
just we're
theirs.
talk about it. Yeah, home of many scenes of glory for both of us on the soccer field. There we
I'm
were.
sorry. Look at Macho's resting his head on my shoulder like a baby.
He is like a baby. Rose has her tail on my speaker. She's in the most inconvenient location on my desk she could possibly be.
Oh, I'm sorry I woke you up. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So we're going back to high school.
Yeah, we're going back to high school and we're going to talk during an assembly.
I don't know what this we shit is about. Like, I think I'm just going to be there.
No, no, you have a speaking part. I don't know if you read the outline I
I
made, but I
didn't.
am
I didn't get the outline.
essentially,
Can you send me the outline?
it's in our email.
I don't look at the email.
It's in our email. The I am your MC for this excursion. I just passed the questions from you to Jackie.
You're asking
I don't want to.
questions.
Well, I mean, I'm
I feel like I'm more
slides.
comfortable with asking questions, but okay. I mean, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I mean,
So
it's gonna
yeah,
be
so
great.
the assembly is about mental health and keeping it in check and what we should all do to make things better for ourselves. So
Right, right. And I was
we're
like,
doing
this is
that.
it. This is how successful I am. I'm gonna be able to go back to my high school
Yeah. Sorry, I was turning off the sound on my computer.
as a successful podcaster.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then I remembered going to these assemblies and the shit that would go through my head at a high
Hmm.
school assembly was not,
Yeah.
wow, this is
Really
fascinating.
cool. Yeah, no. Especially because it's first thing in the morning. Like I went with them last year when AFSP
Right.
presented. And I just sat there and watched the kids in the crowd. There were a few of them I wanted to, like, grab by the hair, so I need to make
Right.
sure that I keep myself in check because I wanna be like, "Excuse me, you're being fucking rude." Like, I understand that you're a teenager, but there's no excuse. There's no reason for you to be a dick,
I remember just
and I
sitting in
can't
that,
do that.
like, first off, if we're having an assembly and I'm in high school, I'm automatically worried about how I'm going to find the people I need to sit next to at this assembly.
Yeah.
And that is my main concern
Yeah. Yeah.
throughout the entire presentation. Like, whatever
Yeah.
it's about, like, I don't know. I think we had a punk, we had a heavy metal, a hair metal band come and do something. And I can't remember if they were singing about mental health or suicide prevention or whatever, but I
Fairly
was like,
certain it was the '80s and nobody who was singing about that. Well, I mean, the Smiths were, but not in the way that we really should be listening to it.
that's not preventative. It's not. These were guys dressed up like Poison, and I don't remember that
Poison.
or if there was a message. Not that kind of poison, like every rose has
Yeah.
its thorn
I was just
poison.
gonna say, there was a message. They wanted to let us know that every rose
Every
has
rose
its
has its
thorn.
thorn. I mean, it was pretty deep. I remember every girl in that place lost their shit because one of the guys was cute, and we were like,
Yeah.
"Are they gonna be anywhere else where we're not supervised at school? Because I think I could probably make out with him."
Yeah, like, wow, could we get them somewhere where we're not so lame and sitting on bleachers?
Right. Could I mm, if only. And I think they had, like, a show that you could buy tickets to later, and I'm sure there was no message to anything at that
Yeah.
show.
No.
But yeah, I think that's like even that one, I was still worried about where the other Jennies were. I was like,
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
I'm by Kelly and Alicia, and I wanna be by want to be by Jenny's. Also, where in this crowd is the person I have a crush on right now?
I think that was my I don't really remember my worry. I feel like, though, I've always been the person that is annoyed by the people talking during the assembly. Like, I might not wanna
Oh, I would
be
never talk.
there. Like, I might not wanna be there, but just shut the fuck up and listen to these people. Like, I was still like that when I was in high school, like, when it was these types of assemblies. Now, when it was our teachers speaking,
Bless.
that's a whole different
I
situation
mean,
because I was a dick of a student. But anyway, okay, I'm excited to see
me
what I'm gonna talk about. It's gonna be fun.
me t it's gonna well, mostly you're just we're just gonna talk about, how Jackie's story and our stories, kind of interlace in how cool that is, and how the emphasis for both of us, all 3 of us, is gonna be about how just letting someone know they're not alone.
Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Well, that's what
So,
I have something I wanted to talk about today was relationships and self-compassion. Doing a lot of relationship work this week.
this week, um, can I segue into a little story about Olivia?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think if you say, "Can I segue?" then it just isn't a very good one. Anyway,
No, it's announcing the segue, then which makes it kind of not a segue, like, it's just an announcement that we're moving on.
that's how
What's
we're
the definition of a segue? Is it, like, easing yourself into something else?
yeah, yeah, it's like
That's
moving
my
seamlessly
definition. Right,
from
yeah.
one part of a
This had a
conversation
big
to another
seam.
one.
This had a big seam.
Yeah.
Big seam.
Yeah, right, you clearly, we've stopped talking about that, and now we're
Yeah,
anyway.
I started talking about something, so stop.
Yeah.
Christine, what do you have to say? What's your story?
So the the segue was gonna be about how, that you're not alone, and I was gonna tell a story about Olivia and one of her classmates. So, which is junior year, and I don't know if you remember junior year, but it's hard, like, it's
Of
hard.
college?
Yeah.
I had a few of them, so I'm not
Yeah, I mean, conglomerate altogether.
my
It's
college
hard.
experience was not normal.
Anyway, it's like just remember the time when you were real close to graduating, like you could see the end of the tunnel, like at the end of it, except for there are like internships and like 3 more really hard classes. And like that's where Liv is. And
Okay.
then imagine that you feel like everyone hates you.
Okay.
So that's where Liv is. And also imagine that it gets dark at like 3:15. And it
Yeah.
snowed in Raleigh this week. So
Wow, interesting.
mhm. It's an interesting mental place to be.
Yeah.
Olivia was tutoring yesterday because I'll try to keep this story brief. Olivia was tutoring yesterday. So
Excuse
gross.
me.
One of her one of her little tutorees came in, and Olivia knew she wasn't on the schedule, and she was anticipating having a hard conversation because the girl's not on the schedule, so Olivia can't tutor her because
Yeah.
she's not on the schedule. The girl comes in and she sits down, and Olivia like starts to tell her, and she's like, "Liv, I just have to tell you that my dad had a heart attack over the weekend and he passed
Okay.
away." And Olivia was like, "Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, okay,
shit."
we're gonna do this.
She was like, "Well, I'm not going to tell you, we're not going to have an appointment." She's like, "What's going on?" And it
Yeah.
turns out like this girl's mom is terrible, and her dad was like the person who got her to do things. And Olivia's school is really accommodating to this neurodivergent people. So this girl kind of goes through it anyway. So she is somewhere with a spicy brain, and now dad, who is her support through all of that, isn't there anymore. And so Olivia's and this girl's like, she's like, so, and Olivia's like, yeah, listen, you're not alone. We're here. We'll help you get through the classes, and we'll do all that. And Olivia's like, and then I know that she doesn't want to hug me, but I need a hug. So I asked her if I could have a hug. And she was
Yeah.
like, and it was so nice because I know that she doesn't dig it, but she let me give her a hug. And, kind of long story short, Olivia's like, then I had to get out of the library because that's a lot for me. And
Overwhelming.
and then this girl's crying and Olivia's like, I have to go now. So she leaves and then as she's wandering around the campus, and their campus is real tiny, she's thinking of things that she can do that are going to be helpful for this girl, and she wants to be helpful, but she also wants to be helpful in a way that makes sense for this girl, not something that's just going to make her feel better. So she goes to the accommodations lady. I can't remember what the official title is, but this is the lady that helps you with your accommodations, like if you need to take a longer time to do your tests, if you need a
Yeah.
single room, that lady. Gay is her name. We've talked about her before
Yep.
on the
Mhm.
podcast, and I think
Yes.
Gay is
Yeah.
the best older Southern lady name
Yeah.
ever. So Olivia goes to Gay's office and tells her, like, hey, what's her name is in the library and now she's crying and I want to help. And Gay gives her a whole list of things to do and just emphasizes the fact that if this girl is back at school 3 days after her dad passed away, this is where she wants to be, and
Yeah.
this is where we can meet her and support her. So it was just a she Olivia had a lovely conversation with Gay about how to help, and she has a plan for how she's gonna help this girl over the next couple of days. And,
Good.
it was so nice because I know you and I have talked about, listen, all I want for you is for you not to be an asshole. And I think if you would have put me in that situation at 20, I would have left and I would have tried my best to forget everything that you told me. Like, there's no way I'm taking another step. I am like, I can't handle that at all.
Yeah.
So I think that the more we pay attention to our mental health, the more we say good things around our kids, the more we can expect good things to happen. And I think that's another theme of our presentation at the high school. The more that you walk in this kind of path of self-compassion. And that was sort of the other thing. She's like, I did it wrong. I'm terrible. I'm awful. I'm like, no, 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 no.
Right.
There you are. That's my fan mail story all wrapped up. And my weekly catch up corner. That's what I got.
Excellent.
You had some stuff about self-compassion as well.
That was when we get into the book.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't have a growing up gaster story of the week, but I went over to see your parents yesterday
Yeah.
story. So this is a funny one. So I roll up to Nita and Jumbo's place. All the lights are off. It's 5:30, so it's dark
Yeah.
outside. There's no lights on in their house that I can see. There's no porch light. The porch light's on. The garage door's closed. The car's not there. It's in the garage, which I didn't
Yeah.
realize was a thing they could do. And so I'm sitting in the driveway and I'm like, are they not home? Like, it's late for them to be out to dinner because that
Right.
usually happens
It's
at like
after dark.
3:15 these days. So I call your dad and he doesn't answer and he doesn't answer and he doesn't,
Because
probably because he
he
can't
doesn't
figure
know
out.
how to answer his phone, which is a whole other fucking story. Like, I called him a few times last week, and when
This
I finally
goddamn
got to
phone.
talk to him, I was like, "Dad, I've been calling you." He's like, "I can't figure out how to answer the phone." It's like, "Well, that's
He
your fault, you dumbass. Why would you get a Samsung?"
He made fun of your mom so hard for not being able to answer the phone. And
Yeah.
she's standing behind him going, swipe, you have to swipe it, Jumbo. Jumbo, swipe it. Swiper. Right. So your dad picks up the phone, which he finally figured out how to answer. And I said, are you home? There's no lights on. He's like, yes, I'm watching TV. And also, what your dad considers TV these days is hilarious.
Oh, what was he watching?
48 hours. It's
I
nothing but
love
cop
it.
shows.
Yeah.
Nothing but
Yeah.
cop shows.
And he laughs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, look at this guy get tased.
Look at this guy ask the cops to scratch his nuts. It's my favorite.
Look, kids, come in. So I walk in, and for our listeners, I somehow butt dialed my sister
Yeah.
while I was
I got
walking
a call.
inside.
Yeah.
And just as she answered the phone, I had walked in, and of course, I would like to speak with my mother as well. So I walk in and I scream, "Mom!"
It was more
really
like,
loud. Right, that was more it. That was
jeez,
accurate.
that's what I answered the phone to.
Right, and then I just hung up because I was like, "Oh,
Confused. And I was confused. I was like, is my kid with her? Is that my kid? Is she trying to act like my kid? Like, what? I
What
was
is she
I was
doing?
like, what the fuck?
Right, I
So,
just butt
yeah.
dialed you. Sorry."
Yeah.
Yeah, so we sat down to talk, and at maybe and your mom fed me because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
obviously she's like, "Listen, I have 2 ravioli," and they have such small portions, like,
Yeah. They're little baby birds.
because they both eat tiny,
Yeah.
tiny amounts. So, like, a full meal for them, she's like, "We made 6 ravioli, there's 2 left
Yeah.
if you want one."
Yeah.
She's like, "Do you want 1 or 2?" I'm like, I'll have both of these
Yeah.
raviolis, thank you."
I love the raviolis. I'm so
They were
jealous.
homemade too, homemade
Fuck off.
raviolis.
They were as big as your
So
fucking
good.
head. Yeah.
No, they were tiny, like,
Oh, they were little baby
it's hard to
ones.
make that. Yeah, she's
Okay.
got tiny hands.
Okay.
She's making
Gotcha.
tiny raviolis now. So I'm sitting there eating my raviolis, and your dad had second dinner. He had
Yeah.
beans and greens, and I was like, "No,
Okay.
I'm good on that."
I like the
Ugh.
beans and greens.
No, I don't like it. I don't like beans, so
No.
there you
Okay.
are. Oh, so sorry. So sorry, I might be dying. So your dad sat there long enough to watch me eat my 2 raviolis and talking to your mom about her stuff. And at maybe 10 after 6, so I'd been there 40 minutes, your dad starts like moving stuff around. Have you been there for this adventure? Like, he just got up and started like moving my glasses to different places on
Oh.
the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then he brought my phone over from he's just gathering my things up.
Yeah. And like, okay, I guess my visit's over. He doesn't want to talk on the phone. He's ready for you to be gone. He wants to go back to TV. I mean,
He's like, "What are you doing here?"
he's
He's
a
like,
dude that knows
here's
what he
your
wants.
here's your glasses. I'm just gonna put them down in front of you." And I don't know if you didn't know where your phone was, but it's right
Yeah.
now. It's in front of you. And your mom's asking questions. Like, she's like, "How's work? How's live?
Yeah.
La la la." Like, Nina's ready for the visit to continue, and he's like, "Well, I'm done here."
Yeah. See ya.
And he just
Good
went
seeing
over,
ya.
and the whole time we're there, the TV's on, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm missing it. I'm missing it, and you're ruining it."
I'm surprised he stayed engaged with you as long as he did.
I mean, he
I
was
mean, this is
eating.
something that I love about our dad because the older he gets, he just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, sometimes that's not great. Like the first time I realized this was years ago when he had the big truck and he parked at a gas station. It was taking up 2 spots. I was like, Dad, you can't do that. He was like, I'm 70 some years old. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I was like, no, that's not how this works. Give me the keys. Give me the keys. But this, like, there's certain things I really, really appreciate. Like when we're in mid conversation on the phone and he's like, all right, I'm done.
Great,
It's kind
Dad.
of like, I love it. I think it's great.
It is. It like your mom's like, "Well, okay," and she kept asking me questions, and to be honest, once your dad was like, "I'm done with this," I was like, "Oh, I guess it's
I'm
time to go
kind of
home."
done
So
with this.
started putting my shoes on, and your mother's like, "Well, I see you're ready to go."
Dad is kicking me out, Mom. Are you not? Are you guys? What? Do you not see it? Do you not see what just happened?
He brought my phone to me and said, "Here are your things." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. No,
He
I
didn't
get
even
it.
ask you to get the phone for him. Like he did it
No,
himself.
he did it
Which meant
himself.
he's very serious. If he didn't say Nita, get her phone and did it himself. I mean,
Motivated.
huge. That's a big deal.
motivated. Right. Exactly. He was like, here you are. Here are your things. Bye bye. Thank you for coming over. Now, meanwhile, I had been trying to get over there like a Tuesday. I tried to go out and like Wednesday, yesterday. Wednesday, I was supposed to like meet up with them at the class reunion planning committee meeting, which I think that's just an excuse for all of them to have dinner or have
Yeah.
lunch. Have
Yeah.
dinner at 1 o'clock is when
Yeah.
and then your mom texted.
100%.
She's like, we're home now. And I was like, oof, it's dark out. Can't go over. Right. So this had been like something I'd been planning and putting off, and I was excited to be able to finally do it. And yeah, then your dad's like, out you go. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Right. So I was home by 7. I'm like, oh, all right. It sounds
That's
good.
fantastic.
Also, I feel compelled to give everyone an update on the sweater I started crocheting in July. I finished the back. I finished the 2 side panels. I finished one sleeve,
That's
which
a
means
lot.
I only have one sleeve left to go
Yeah.
before I
Maybe
can.
you should just make it like a one sleeve sweater. I mean, isn't that cool these days? Because one sleeve isn't, or one arm isn't cold. I don't know.
No, that's
No.
not. I mean, I had briefly thought about just making it ripping the other sleeve so that it was the same size as where I'm stuck on the
Yeah,
last sleeve.
you could do that.
When I downloaded this pattern, sometimes it'll tell you how long it took the lady who made the pattern to make it, and she's like, "This is like a quick like 2 weekend sweater," and I was like, "July, August, September, October,
Yeah.
It's a 5 month sweater, lady. I don't know." But
She gets up and crochets and then crochets more. Like, I mean, that's all she does in those weekends.
I was like, "You must not like," and I think she's putting in like 16-hour days.
Yeah.
My problem with the ADHD is that I can read for about 20 minutes, and then I can crochet for about 20 minutes, and then
Hmm.
I can play games on my phone for 20 minutes. Like every activity that I do has a lifespan
I don't buy that.
of 20 minutes.
Nope.
I mean, I'm just bored. It's
You
not
read books.
ADHD, maybe I'm just bored.
No.
These days, I'm not good. I'm not good at it. Everything is 20 minutes, and I don't like, I haven't really gotten sucked into a book in about a month and a half, and it's starting to bother me.
You're not
20
finding the
minutes.
right books. You're not finding the right books.
I mean, and I'll listen to like self compassion, and I will read the Neurodharma brain book. That's exciting. But again, 20 minutes at a time. You can
Yeah.
get through them 20 minutes at a time, but
Yeah. It's fine. 20 minutes is better than none. Yeah. Yeah.
it's annoying. Like, it's annoying because I like to like turn the brain, like, in some ways, turn the brain off and do
Yeah.
these other activities. And the brain is like in the background. And I'm like, fuck. And this is on the meds, so imagine what it would be like without the meds. Anyway, I am stuck on this sleeve, and I will give you guys a progress update next week because I'm trying just to do maybe like 2 rows,
Yeah.
and I can eventually finish it if I just like I said, 20 minutes, I'll let you finish a book, 2 rows, I'll let you finish the sweater. We'll see where we get.
Yeah. And
I already
often
have
when you give yourself a small goal like that, like I think in my latest newsletter, one of my tools was 2 minutes. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Do whatever you need to do for 2 minutes. Most of the time, that 2 minutes will turn into 5, 10, 20,
yes,
whatever it
I
is you're
love
starting.
it.
It's all about the action creates the motivation. Like you're waiting for motivation, but
Yes,
that motivation's not coming. So you need to just do something. So
right,
do 2 minutes. And if at the end of 2 minutes, if that timer goes off and you're like, fuck it, I'm done, then you're done. But you did 2 minutes. But
right,
research shows that when you do those 2 minutes, you normally go further.
right. Yes, like I absolutely love this. Like motivation, I have no motivation to finish this sweater. I hate like at this point I hate the yarn, I hate the pattern, I hate the way it turned out. I hate everything about it. The only reason I want to finish it is because I have another pattern with some soft yarn that I'm really looking forward to putting my hands in.
So why don't you just start the new sweater if you hate this one so much?
because I already have like I can only have so many unfinished projects,
Okay.
and the unfinished projects are niggling at my brain in a way that I don't like. So I have one stuffed in a drawer um, that I haven't quite abandoned yet, and I'm like, you got to finish that. Yeah, there. It's hard for me to not finish it. Like reading a book. Like I don't like to not finish them, even if they're bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
don't
normally,
like it, but I will.
yeah. I'm good at walking away from shit, I guess. I don't know. Stuff like that. I don't know. The diamond art thing that I was going to make you for your 50th birthday that has like 5 rows left for me to do still has 5 rows left.
Can you wrap that up and give it to me for Christmas? Because I like the diamond art too for 20
Yeah,
minutes.
I should. I
Bookmarks.
mean, I
That's
really
what
like the diamond art. Like, I did a few of them. I really enjoyed it. I don't have quite as much extra time these days.
you don't have any extra time, dude. We're recording these podcasts at like ass early in the morning,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should mention. Uh so I'll give you guys a progress update, and I will show you the pattern for the new sweater. So now
oh,
we have
yay.
growing up Gaster and the crochet corner.
I like that. Okay, cool.
What else is in your latest newsletter? First, tell me again how we can get to your latest newsletter, because I'm super motivated to read it because there's nuggets in there for me.
Yeah, the latest one, I was a little annoyed with the formatting that came out. I mean, it's probably a normal person wouldn't notice it, but I notice it myself anyway. Go to planoverpanic.com, and there should be a pop-up that tells you to sign up for my newsletter. If there's not, there is a page called newsletter
It
that you
is
could go to. And my newsletter is called the Mindset Drop, and you get it every Thursday. And it includes 3 things. It includes a mindset shift, a mindset tool, and the last one is a step to take that goes along with those. So there are 3 little nuggets that will take approximately 3.5 minutes to read. And these 3 things you can do immediately. So every Thursday you get them. And then also on my website, you could check out the blog posts. Those are released every Tuesday morning.
love it.
So
Thank
those are a
you.
little bit longer, a little more in depth than the newsletter. But go ahead and get on over there. I put some time into these, and I personally like them. And I was checking out my what's it called, analytics last night, and I have the highest open rate because I send everything to myself. But I was actually surprised to learn that there are a lot of people on my list that have opened every email that I've sent.
I
And
love
that, I
it.
don't know, for some reason made me happy. So get on my list. That's one of my business goals now, is to increase my list. So get on my website, sign up for the newsletter, share it with other people. It will probably go to your spam. Still trying to figure out how to make that not happen. Check your spam,
Does Claude know?
put it in your email. I don't know. I think I asked earlier about it. Like I've verified my domain. Like I've done everything I'm supposed to do. Like everything that Chad told me to do, I've done. So I'm not sure it goes to spam. You could tell me. Mommy, I know that you're listening. You could tell Daddy to go to my website and sign up. I feel like you guys should all be signed up. Um, Noah gets them. Noah opens all of them. He gets them because I signed him up. So one day he went into work and was like, "Oh, interesting." And I'm getting ready to release another freebie for you all. It's a 3-day brain boot camp. There's the workbook that will come with it.
You love a workbook.
I fucking love a workbook. So there's a 13 or 14-page workbook that goes with it. It's 3 days of small things again that you could do to start working on your mental fitness.
This
So there you
is
go.
this is awesome. Like I just signed up for your newsletter. And that's
There
all
you
the time
go.
it takes, guys. I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all heard me typing. I hope that comes through. Right, super loud. Rose is up now. She's looking at Plan Over Panic. She needs that in her life.
Yeah. Matcha's in his bed over there.
All right. Should we talk about the book? Should we talk about
Sure.
more self-compassion?
Sure.
I am looking at where I was. So what chapter did we get up to last time? Do you remember? I think we're still looking at concepts and explaining self-compassion and self-indulgence and self-esteem. And
I went to
I
kind of the middle of the book for today.
nice. I don't think there's any reason not to bounce around. I did get a chance to go to therapy last Friday and talk to darling Emily about a lot of things. Like it was just a speed. At the end, I felt like maybe she thinks I'm on cocaine because I was just like I had missed. I
I
see her
thought she
every
was on
other week.
maternity leave.
No, that's my psychiatrist,
Oh,
and I
okay,
got a
okay,
new
okay.
one.
Gotcha.
Emily, I'm supposed
Gotcha.
to talk to her every other week, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty good about making it once a month, which I clearly need to do more so I don't have to, speed talk through it. But we did end up talking about self-compassion and how I think it might be the key to everything in the whole world. And she's like, interesting.
It's a good thing for sure.
She's like, now, how are you going to do that? And I was like, let's not.
Personally believe that awareness is the key to everything.
I think you might be onto something there.
Because everything we do, there's always a mention of awareness. Like, oh, now you're aware of
Yeah.
that. Now you're aware that you're being mean to yourself. So stop, come back,
Right.
say it nicer.
Yes. I think that is the underlying thing. Again, it all comes back to being able to control your brain a little bit.
It's all about the brain working out your brain and doing it all the time. Again, you're not going to walk into the gym and be like, hey, I was here for a day. I'm a bodybuilder. No,
Right.
you're going to need to do things. And they're not going to be comfortable right off the bat. Like, I think that this is a major problem. And this is why I'm doing my workbook, my boot camp, my little 3-day thing. And that's why I talk about it and I compare it to the gym, because this is where we get this disconnect. Like, we read these self-help books and we're like, oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Shut the book and then you move on, because it takes exercises to
100%. Yeah. I mean, I think that from the beginning, we're like, do you remember like the first couple of episodes where we were reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck? And we're like, this guy is a genius.
Yeah.
Now he's talking about values and there's no how to.
Right. And that's what did I want for months? Like, can someone just fucking tell me how to do it? Can someone just tell me how to do it?
Right.
So, I mean, I like, there's still nothing out there that gives you a clear outline or a clear, these are the exact steps, because we all have different things that work for us. Like, some people like the crystals and the woo, and I'm all for it. If that's what works for you, awesome. That's really not what works for me. So I have a different approach, but I respect anybody's approach that helps with their mental health. So you just have to, and again, comparing it to exercise, like, some people don't like to do bicep curls. Like, I don't know. Some people like to do other bicep shit. Like, you have to find what
love
works
leg
for
day.
you and your brain. Like, other people find with diet and exercise what works for their bodies. So our brains are just like that.
Yeah. I mean, this is why all of these books say pretty much the same thing, because I think that your brain just picks up on what you need from all of these books.
Yeah.
And the fact that you kind of take where we were a year and a half ago and you are like, listen, let me try to save you a year and a half of standing in Barnes and Noble and looking at Unfuck Yourself and Let Them and all of these things. And let me give you sort of a companion to all of that. Like, you're gonna read the books because the books are good, and anything that helps you get from A to B, anything that helps you develop that awareness and those Like, I think when Mark Manson talks about values, he's talking about that like heartbeat, like that pause where you're like, wait a minute, does this line up with my values?
Yeah.
And what he's saying is just like take a minute and think if that's something you really want to do. Like, do you really want to do
So
that?
I originally, when I originally started with value stuff. Um,
Right.
and I've since changed. Like I've pivoted more towards the skeptics and the little tiny things you could do because I feel like I know that values are it's a great place to start, but I feel like that tripped me up for a while because it was a bit more intense than I was ready for.
Right.
So, I think if I would have started with these little pauses, with these little 3-minute exercises, like
Right.
if I would have started with awareness and just learning to just sit with what's around me for a minute, I think that's helpful to start in my personal opinion. I think that's a better place to start when you've never done any of this shit. Just work on stopping and paying attention to what's going on right now. Once you start building that muscle in your brain, then you could start taking the time to think about the things about your values and about your purpose. And these are things again that are ever changing,
Yes.
and they're good to know because they guide you. But it's hard to pick what's gonna guide you when you don't know how to stop and breathe and
Oh,
pay
that is so
attention.
good.
I
Yeah.
mean, there you
I mean,
go.
yeah, because I think the same thing. Like, oh, Rose. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys where this bitch is. Like,
Oh, hi, Rose. Hi, girl. Hi, pretty
dumbass.
girl.
Love her. She is slimming down. I
Yeah,
mean,
she is. She's looking slim.
we put
Perfect.
her on a little bit of a diet. She's a bit heavy. It's good for her hips. She was
Yeah,
struggling. Anyway, yes, the thing that kept tripping me up and tripping you up, I think, is the like the heaviness and the magnitude.
yeah,
Like, oh, you have to align your value. And I was like, my values are I don't want to feel the way that I feel.
yeah,
That's my value. Like, I don't want to feel overwhelmed and stuck and angry. And I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel all these things. And that is my value. And when you're there, that's like a hard place. I don't want to feel
yeah,
rushed. I don't want to feel bad because I have a brain that acts a certain way. I don't want to feel guilty. I don't want to feel any of these things that I'm feeling. And until you can slow down and look at, what, why? Like, until you can slow down and have that, like, like you said, until you can sit in it for a minute, you
yeah,
aren't going to be able to do anything else because I find that was so overwhelming at points. I'm like, values, fuck, I just want to get through today. Like, I
yeah,
just want to get through today without like rocking back and forth in my chair at
yeah.
least 4 times.
And
Like,
I think there's another part of it. Like it's hard to start with that heaviness of the values when you're just not sure. Like you don't
like,
really
I
have
don't
a
know.
buy into this shit yet. Like you're like, I don't know, it sounds good, but again, somebody just tell me what the fuck to do, like and
Is
I
there a
feel like
workbook?
starting with these little tiny mindfulness,
Right.
mindset, meditation exercises and putting those all together, once you get into that, once you start building that, like, to go to James Clear, that
Right.
little tiny habit. And once you start stacking those little baby habits and you get into that, and that shows you just the tiniest bit of clarity, then you have more of a buy in and you realize, shit, this could actually help me. And who knew that for me, one of the best ways to deal with my emotions and not feel like a piece of shit all the time was to sit with feeling like a piece of shit and dealing with it and rolling with it and living with it. Like, again, it sounds super easy. Oh, cool. I'll just sit here and think about like what a piece of shit I am. But in order to do that, you kind of you've fought, at least with me, and I don't know if I'm making sense at all.
No, you are. You
I'm
are.
going
Carry
way
on.
off
Carry
script of
on.
what I was going to talk about. But I spent
Fuck that
so
script.
so many years fighting what was going on in my head and trying to get rid of it instead of living with it and dealing with it and accepting it and learning how to roll with it. And once you start doing that, it's a whole different world. Do I still get
Totally.
sad? Do I still get mad? Do I still have bad days? Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who says they don't, you're Buddha. I don't know. The
Yeah,
Dalai
like
Lama. I don't
you're
know. You're
you're
one of
lying to
those.
yourself.
Yeah. Like, good for you. Awesome.
You're
That's
you're fibbing,
oof.
but okay.
But yeah, so that's the big thing, is that going from fighting yourself to living with yourself is kind of a big thing. And one more thing I will mention about
Please
plan over panic stuff.
do it.
I've been fighting with myself about this because, and I feel like it's why it's taking me a little bit longer to get things done these days, because I do the things and I think, this is all shit everybody knows. And I think that because I've read all these books and because my Facebook feed is filled with all this shit and my Instagram is filled with all this shit, I open up my Instagram and it's all coaches and it's
Right.
all mindset shit. And the same thing for my Facebook feed. The algorithm has got me.
I mean,
And it has led me to think that everybody knows this. So why am I even doing this? Like I'm a fraud. Like, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor. But I have that personal experience that I bring to it that some people might not have, and that's really that's my education, is the personal experience that I bring to it for new people and skeptics who are just starting their relationship with these things. And I'm learning that not everybody knows this shit. I didn't know it a year and a half ago. So what leads me to think that everybody knows this shit?
I think to some extent everybody has heard these words,
Mhm.
right? Everyone has read a self-help book. Everyone is like, you are a badass. Like these guys are all over like GMA, Good Morning
Yeah.
America. Like these guys are everywhere. Dan Harris pops up all the time. Yeah, and you hear it and it's in the background, but it's what we were talking about at the very beginning of this conversation. Unless you are willing to, and I think this is the key that people miss. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can read 875 books about having giant thighs until you go to the gym and start lifting heavy and applying some of that stuff. You're not going to have giant thighs. So, and I don't know why you'd want them to move a truck, I guess, like a strongman
Whatever.
competition. Anyway, you get my point,
Everybody wants something different, whatever.
right? A huge neck. I don't know. I don't know. To be to win a CrossFit competition, whatever. Um, the thing is that yeah, everybody knows this stuff. Like everybody knows that hey, I would probably be a better person if I wasn't so flash reactive to everything that happened to me in the very second that it happened. I would probably be better at my job if I wasn't so worried about other people's opinions of me. Like everybody knows that. It's the action that goes with it. Like everyone knows if I don't eat so much, I probably won't weigh so much, but it isn't that easy
No.
ever.
No.
It
No,
isn't
no.
that easy
Mm-mm.
ever. And I think what you're doing is giving people a cheaty shortcut. Like, if you want to do the work, if you want to get better, here's a plan. Here's a plan for people who aren't gonna you know I forgot where I was going with that. Aren't going to go to a giant meditation retreat with
Yeah.
their sister for a weekend, who aren't going to read 800 books, who aren't going to, do a podcast where they're sort of forced to really think about this if they want to have content for the next week.
Yeah.
Like this is a way to sit down for 3 days, I think. And I might even download the workbook because even though I hate a workbook,
I don't have it done yet. I got it this far last night. I have to go through and do
it
formatting and
looks
whatnot.
it looks gorgeous. And here's an analogy for you. When I first started doing CrossFit, like I really wanted to get good at CrossFit, and
Mhm.
I really wanted to show up and not be last all the time, and I
Yeah.
really wanted to show up and like I really wanted to do some good things for my body so that I wasn't out of breath when I walked up the stairs. I went to the internet and downloaded a just like that workbook, I
Mhm.
downloaded a like coaching tool for understanding what was happening to
Yeah.
my muscles. Like, and I sat there, I think it was over Thanksgiving weekend when David was hunting, Olivia was with your mom, and like, and I went through the whole thing, and I was a better weightlifter after
Yeah.
that. I mean, and it made a huge difference in how I was able to do shit the next day at CrossFit. And if I hadn't had that, I would have had like it just helped me speed up the process.
Yeah.
And I think if it's 3 days versus, you know, 18 months of going, am I doing
Right.
am I doing it right? I
And
feel
they're
like I'm not
little
doing it
tiny,
right.
I mean, it's literally 5 minutes in those 3 days. Like,
Love
I
it.
mean, it's
Like,
5 minutes that you have to dedicate to it, but throughout the day, you will
yeah,
start doing these things. Like, it's just, to me, it's kind of the kick in the ass. Like, you've been thinking about it, you think maybe, this and, well, here's your kick in the ass. So, get it started. But yeah, it's a way to speed up and get into things and build
yeah.
those little baby habits.
Help help yourself. You
Yeah.
can listen to 18 months of Sarah and I struggle.
Yeah.
Or in fact, you probably should definitely
Yeah,
download
I
every
absolutely should.
episode of this podcast
Yeah, and you
for
should
that.
send us money somehow.
Right. If
We have
anyone
it.
wants to buy us a coffee, buy me
Yeah,
a
buy
coffee.
me a coffee. We're on there.
Yeah,
She's
you
not
guys
going to
could
put
do
it in the
that.
show notes. I think that you were going to say I'm going to put it in the show notes, but I'm not going to put it in the show notes anyway.
You can find us on Find Buy Me a Coffee.
Yeah, go to buymeacoffee.com. Mental funny bone.
It's not even Gastro Girls. You don't even have to
No,
know our maiden names.
you don't even know. You have to know if it's a Z or not. There's no
It's
Z in mental funny
there's no
bone.
there's no Z in coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
Hilarious. Okay, let's talk about the book. What time is it? Oh my
We
gosh.
don't have
Yeah,
time to
let's
talk
talk
about
about
the
the book.
book.
Let's talk about self-compassion real quick because I think that when you're first starting out, like this is my conversation with Emily because I was really struggling mightily with self-judgment last week and this week because of some shit that I did and I had to kind of get past the fact that you have to recognize that that was a in hindsight that was a big boner on my part. Yeah. Yeah. I mean there's reasons that it happens, but I really had to work through, all right, the only way that you are going to get through this is if you recognize that, yeah, you made a mistake. Looking back, you can see how and why you made the mistake. This mistake isn't life threatening. This mistake isn't going to kill anybody. This mistake is going to make my life harder for a couple of weeks, but I'm learning and I'm able through like just sitting in that for a minute to be like, I don't have to rationalize what happened. I don't have to blame somebody else. I don't have to go through a process where I'm protecting my self esteem. I can just be okay with having made a mistake. And that was so different to anything that maybe I had done in the past. And last week I was better at it than I am this week. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because it's eh, last week I might have been better at doing a bunch of sit-ups than I am this week. It's harder this week to get to, okay, hey, learn from it, keep learning from it, keep learning from it. It doesn't make you, and I think that is also a big struggle with self-compassion is that you can't just do it once and be, I forgive myself, so I'm all done. No, honey, you're gonna feel bad again. You're gonna feel bad
Mhm.
about it again. And
Yeah.
I think the bigger the mistake and the bigger the the more impactful you think that mistake is, the more you're gonna have to revisit um, and be sort of kind to yourself about that mistake. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not doing it wrong. You're not as many times. It's the age old question, right? Like, how many times do I have to sit down and have this talk with myself? And the
Yeah.
answer is every time.
Every time. It's gonna
Every time
happen.
I feel shitty about it, I have to sit there and be like, hey, kitten,
Yeah.
Sucks real
Yeah.
bad. Everybody has been there. The people who are torturing you about it have been there. Let's just let's just get some shit done and look at making things better based on what you've done. And I don't have to go to confession. I don't have to bring this up in every meeting. I don't have to talk to everybody about it, which I did find myself doing a little bit this week. I just have to forgive myself and take it forward in a way that makes me better and makes the people around me better. I think that was my self-compassion lesson from this week, is that it isn't a one-time boom done thing. And I was way better at
No,
it last week than I was this week.
no, because it goes back to this is life and there will be struggles, but there will also be a lot of fucking awesome shit that happens too.
Right.
And sometimes we just got to sit with the struggle and work through it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think on the flip side, there were a shit ton of like tiny little successes this week that in other times I would have not paid the slightest bit of attention to
Yeah.
it. But since I was trying to have some awareness, part of that awareness was like, oh, hey, kitten, it's the good part of your brain. And I just wanted to point out that that was really successful. That was really successful. You were on top of your shit here. You don't have
Yeah.
to pat yourself on the back. You don't have to take those things and put them someplace. Just, I want you to think about them and
Yeah.
how life is a balance. And there you are.
Yeah. And you don't need anyone else to pat you on the back to make it mean
Right.
something.
Right. I mean, I think that is also a tricky one for me, right? Like, I love it when someone tells me good job, like in my soul. Everybody does though,
Yeah.
right?
It feels good. But the person who really needs to tell you you did a good job is yourself, and believe it
Right.
and know it. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to have to revisit those things. Somebody told me like early on in my career, why don't you just make a little folder and put good things in it that way? And they were like, oh, it's for your performance evaluation. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I could use it for that. Or I could just use it for my own brain. Like,
Yeah.
just make a little file and put little things in it that kind of remind you that
Yeah.
you have success in places, and maybe you just pull that up every once in a while.
I did doing a business type workshop thing, and the one thing she had us do was to write a letter to our future selves about how awesome we are and the things that we're doing
Yeah,
now and where it's going to lead and what we want to see. And you actually do it on her website, and she has it set up in the background that in like 3 months it'll come into my email from me.
that's so cool.
And it was kinda I was like, "What? Get the fuck out of here." Like, it's so
Right,
lame. But
right.
then once I started, like, because I was doing a little workshop, and she was like, "Just do it. Just do it. I'm giving you 5 minutes right now. Just write the letter." And I was like, "I don't fucking want to. Like, I fuck." And then I started writing it, and I was like, "Oh, look at you. Look at you. This is what you can do." And, I mean, again, some of the shit sounds silly, but some of it works. And after writing that, just the action of writing that was like, "Ooh, that was a little boost for me." And I'm sure in 3 months when it comes into my email after I've forgotten about it, it will be another little boost that I need at that time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and it's also another coaching technique for clients is to write yourself a letter. Write yourself a letter. It includes shit that you weren't happy about and how you're forgiving yourself and how you're moving on from it. Include shit of where you want to go and what you want to do. Sometimes we need to look back and have a little reminder that like, oh, there was a reason I was doing that.
yeah. And I feel like I have to clarify that I never did put a folder because I was
Yeah.
like, that's fucking stupid. Right. That's
And
fucking,
it takes extra work. Fuck.
how would that motivate me? Like, how would that motivate me? I already do that shit well. Like, that's just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
again, I think that's part of Kristen Neff's book is, you can't just be motivated by the fear of
Mhm.
not being good. You have to be motivated by the the learning of it all, the being of it all. And that's like a hippy dippy little concept for some people. But I mean, you
Some of the
can't
hippy
argue with it
dippy,
works.
yeah, some of the hippy dippy and some of the woo is valid.
Yeah. You can't argue that if I would have done that, like
I'm
I
still
would
not
have a
carrying fucking crystals with me, but go ahead.
I mean, I have some. I'm gonna put them out in the moonlight or whatever. I have a book. Olivia has a book. I might get into it. The older I get, the witchier I get. The
Yeah, I
more
mean,
deep we get
whatever.
into Perry the platypus of menopause, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a crystal before I kill somebody. Yeah, so I think that's what I have about self-compassion this week is that it just isn't a one and done kind of thing. And it's hard
Yep.
at points.
Yep.
And
Yep.
the more we exercise this muscle, I think probably the better we'll get at it. And the better we are at understanding and forgiving ourselves, the easier it'll be for us to interact with other people. And
And
we can talk
remember,
about relationships next week too.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's fine. That's okay. Sometimes we skip a day at the gym. Just because we skipped a day at the gym doesn't mean we quit.
Right.
We
Exactly.
get
I
back
mean,
to
it
it.
did. I mean, there was one time that I didn't go to CrossFit that I decided I was never going to
I
CrossFit
mean,
again.
I haven't been on the treadmill for 6 months because I missed that one day 6 months ago,
I
so
mean,
okay.
but the awareness of it, of, oh,
Yeah, but
hey,
I know what's going on. I'm totally aware of the fact that I'm lazy fuck. I got it. I got it.
we're working on it. We're working on it. Don't call yourself a lazy fuck. That's what this whole episode's about,
I mean, yeah,
dummy.
I mean, I'm not a lazy fuck.
I mean, we should not use each other's voices as our self-compassion voice. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no,
Like
no,
we shouldn't.
no, no, no. I'm fine. I'm fine. I will get back on the treadmill.
Later. I mean, there's a lot of priorities, right?
I have a lot going on. I'm learning a lot of other stuff right now. So that's what
I
matters.
mean, life is long until it isn't.
There you go. I'm
Cocaine
getting
works until it doesn't.
cocaine is great until it's not.
That's what I learned at our retreat.
Right. I should clarify, I've never done cocaine, so I don't know. But
Right.
it is still a line that I was like, "Wow, that is I wanna get that on a t-shirt too."
Right.
Because
I
I
mean,
imagine if I did try the cocaine, I would really like it and it would work until it didn't.
my brain is 100% wired to love it.
Yeah,
So good thing I didn't go down that road. But
right.
yeah, like just for people who may not have tuned in last week, we went to a meditation retreat where I would guess from the audience participation part, everybody there had done cocaine at one point
Yeah,
and
and
decided meditation was probably
meditation was
better.
better. Seriously. Alright, I gotta get going.
All right. Tune in next week and we'll talk more about self compassion. I'm not done with this book yet. So I think there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in here. Yeah, tune in next week. We're getting close to Thanksgiving. There's can of cran in our future and delicious. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Sarah. Love
Hey,
you.
love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.